Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Unravelin Gravelins. We are just a bunch of dudes that are just sitting here. We talk and we bullshit, and that's what we do. We're an expert in nothing. We're a specialist of nothing, and all we have is opinions, and we like to sit here and argue with each other. And a lot of people love to just jump in and argue with us. So if you want to be a guest, we got a spot for you. But otherwise, we're just sitting here. We're just bullshitting. Welcome to our life on Wednesday nights. So basically, this is my son. That's my son. I'm the dad. That's baby Jesus. You know who that makes me, don't you? Anyway, all right, there you go. I did what I wanted to do.
Well, that was his idea. So,
and says a guy who's a Lakers fan.
15% from the 3-point line.
0% in the win column.
I mean,
that's their winning percentage. The winning.
Somebody had to lose the first game, though. I mean, right?
Yeah, Bucks lost too. So
yeah, they suck.
I don't know much about that.
We only lost by 7.
L.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true. It's true.
If you win by 1 or 100, it's still a win. If you lose by 1 or lose by 100, it's a loss. So, say what you want, bro.
But our coach took out motherfucking Kyle Kuzma when he was hot as fuck and put in bricklayer fucking Danny Green.
Same Danny Green from Spurs. Is that right?
Yeah.
I thought that was a rapper.
I mean, if he
Danny
makes
Brown.
yeah, if he hits, I understand. But in the last 9 games, he hasn't been able to make shit.
That's not that learning curve.
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch a whole game. Once I knew that
it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, which was good for me, but then it gets boring once my son's team's going to lose and his favorite player's going to lose all in the same game.
Favorite player?
LeBron?
That's not my favorite player.
No, he likes the Lakers.
Listen.
Okay,
there's a difference between Lakers fans and LeBron's fans.
Okay.
So I've been a Lakers fan, and I'm glad LeBron is on the Lakers, the best player in the league right now. But I don't like LeBron really.
Oh, you don't?
I mean, I've
dislike
grown to like him now.
Yeah.
So you like him because he's a Laker, not because he's LeBron.
Yeah.
And if he was playing for Cleveland still, you'd be like, fuck LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
But at the same time, when he was with Cleveland, I was rooting for him in the championship because fuck Golden State.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
But Klay Thompson's good.
Because I can't stand anybody that's ever played for my team and then goes somewhere else, except for one person. Who is it? There's one.
Jordan?
Randy Moss.
Oh.
No, Jerry Rice.
Joe
Thank you.
Montana.
I said the wrong receiver.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice is the only one I rooted for after he left the Niners. I thought this motherfucker is the best of all time. Niners got nervous because of his age, and then he put up a couple more good years. And still, I mean, he wasn't Jerry Rice, but, a mediocre Jerry Rice is still better than 50, 60, 70% of the receivers in the league at the time.
When he was on the Raiders?
Yeah.
He's better than half the league?
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
How big of a curve is that?
I don't really know who was a receiver at the time.
Yeah, because it was like 03? It was like when I first got my PlayStation 2. That's how young we were.
I remember playing with him and Tim Brown.
Yeah. Like they were on, what was that? NFL Street?
2K2?
NFL Street. They were jumping off the walls and stuff.
2K2?
Yeah, but you can't think of another player who's left a team and has probably been revered. Now,
Randy Moss. He won a couple Super Bowls with the Patriots, didn't he? No, they did not cut the
But he
Patriots one.
started with the Vikings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who was left and still revered. I don't know if Minnesota's still liked him. If that's what you mean. If that's what you're
See, like Joe Montana.
Like the original fan base.
Like Joe Montana, I just thought was a product of Bill Walsh. Just like Tom Brady, product of Belichick.
We'll see.
That's exactly right.
This year, a couple weeks.
If he wins a Super Bowl at Tampa, I will have to say he was a good quarterback. But until he does that, I still think half of his ability.
Win a Super Bowl or go to the playoffs?
Win a Super Bowl, bro. I mean, he's won 6 by himself. If he's going to be the fucking GOAT, he should be the GOAT no matter where he goes.
Oh, no. I wasn't even... Well, I was
But I
starting
still
it
think
up. I don't give a shit.
I still think it'll pick it up.
Yeah, it does a little.
We'll figure it out. Fuck it.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, if he's the GOAT, if he's the best of all time, best ever played, best put on shoulder pads, because he's won 6 Super Bowls, that means that Belichick had no part of that. And if he goes and he can still win one in Tampa Bay, because what's he got? I
But
mean,
your argument is Joe Montana's the best of all time?
no.
Okay.
No.
He was saying
You like
still
Steve
revered
Young.
by the original.
I like
flag.
Steve Young way
better.
better than I did Joe Montana.
Wasn't he left-handed?
Joe Montana
Yeah.
would throw the ball 3 yards down the field to Jerry Rice, and Jerry Rice would run 87, and Joe Montana got a 90-yard touchdown pass.
Sounds like Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. Well, hey, I love Garoppolo right now, too. But I love
too.
Jeff Garcia at one point in my life, too. And
I didn't know you liked his music.
Jerry Garcia, bro. Grateful Dead's Jerry Garcia, goddammit. But
The only thing I know about basketball recently is that one chick was talking about sucking like 7 dudes off on the same team or whatever.
what?
We don't watch the same YouTube?
I don't watch that YouTube.
Yeah, it was on
Barstool.
like, it was on Barstool. There
Was
we
it?
go. Yeah, fuck, you're getting old. You don't even watch Barstool.
Dude, I follow Joey because of you.
Yeah, okay.
That's one
but that
guy.
you follow the guy, you don't follow the company.
Barstool, yeah.
Well,
Barstool made me a shit ton of money over quarantine. But I'm not going to get into that.
well, I mean, I'm just saying that, for instance, you're a big Steelers fan,
Pretty big, yeah.
and every year you loved Antonio Brown until when?
I'll never take nothing away from them on the field, but I wouldn't want to share a locker room with the guy from what I've seen on TV and Twitter and stuff.
So, withstanding all the bullshit that went on, you know what I'm saying?
He left, Emmanuel Sanders left, Mike Wallace left. Every wide receiver I've ever loved left. Only one who's ever retired was Hines.
Yeah, that's true. But when
We don't pay you.
But when they leave,
See ya.
are you still rooting for them? I mean, I get it if they're in your.
If they're on my
football.
fantasy
Yeah.
team, yeah,
Yeah.
that's about as far as my loyalties lie once you leave black and gold.
See, and that's kind of me too. And the only person, if you're a true fan, the only
Frank
person,
Gore?
huh?
Do you know how bad I wanted Emmanuel Sanders to catch that ball for fucking on the Super Bowl?
I bet. That's
Yeah,
Super
just
Bowl.
to say, it's because,
He's
he
a
was a
Steeler.
Steeler.
But Frank Gore, come on, you gotta love that man too.
He's going to be playing with the Sun in a couple of years, I think.
I still love Frank Gore. I still fucking wish
See,
him-
but that's your Jerry Rice. You didn't grow up with Jerry Rice, right? You know who
But
he is.
you also watched Frank Gore. It's full
Frank
time,
Gore's
so
like
it's
number
the same thing.
4, 5 on the all-time.
I want to
watching
say number
list.
3.
No.
Yes.
I mean, I'm willing to look that up, but I don't think that's right. Because I want to
put
say it's
20
like
on it.
it's like Deion
Oh,
Sanders
he said put a 20 on him.
or whichever Sanders was running back is out before me. Not Jerome Bettis, but Marshall Falk, and then Ed Dickerson maybe.
Rushing career yards leaders. Let's see. We
That's
don't have to be a Mr. Know-It-All anymore. We got come on.
There you go, boy.
Frank Gore, number 3.
Boo, motherfucker!
Emmett.
What up?
Walter, Frank.
Frank Gore is the motherfucking goat, dog.
I only said people in the top 10. They weren't even.
Yeah, bro.
I wasn't even right at all.
I'm trying to find someone I like.
That's why I don't like pulling up YouTube or Google half the time. I don't like being proven wrong.
Proven wrong.
But yeah, Frank Gore 3 now. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a good running back, but I don't follow his
What
career.
were the numbers?
Yeah.
15,347.
How much you got to go to number 2?
He's got like
Yeah,
3.
a lot,
He's got
lot.
like 3 large to get there.
Yeah.
No, 1,500. 1,400. 1,400 gets him number 2.
No, we're talking about number
Number
1,
one.
obviously.
Yeah, I know.
Shit.
But he'll be number 2, dog. I promise you.
You get another 1,400
3,000
yards in him?
3,008
2 more
yards.
seasons?
No way he does 1,500
Yeah,
a season.
that needs 750 a pop.
I'm talking for number 2.
Yeah, he ain't getting that.
14?
Yeah.
As good as Frank Gore is,
He just
he's
did
just
that
not
last year, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
700. He could do 700 a year for the next
I'm
2
pretty
years.
sure he
easily.
did that
Back to
last
back.
year.
The Dak behind him's coming up.
So last year,
I said
Isn't he still in Buffalo?
last year.
No, he got traded.
Where the hell is he?
Oh, he only rushed 599 yards last year. But-
Still.
But the year before, 722. The year before that, 961.
Oh, you mean as he was younger,
He's
he did
also-
better?
He's also not even a
I'm
number
not taking
one.
nothing away from Frank Gore.
He's also not even a number one anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Might
that's
not
why
even
I
be a
don't-
number two.
That's why I don't think he's going to get another 1,500 yards in 2 years.
I believe in him, though.
And I don't
You want to know where?
I don't want to take nothing away from
You want to
him.
know where you get another?
If he
1,500?
gets it, I'd be happy for him.
He's with the Jets now.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
thought.
behind Le'Veon Bell,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that
he's probably
they
not
still
gonna
got that Elijah McGuire kid.
So 700 probably be a stretch at the Jets,
get,
right?
yeah, because that's a
because you know who are the two people
and that's probably why he went.
with the Jets that are on contract years? The coach, if I'm not mistaken, and Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Because
And
next year they can void his contract.
And Le'Veon Bell, they're going to give him the ball just because they pay him more. You know, what's Frank?
But the only thing with that is the coach. They got Le'Veon before they got Adam Gase. And I heard, obviously, just because I watch too much sports talk radio, that Gase said they overpaid him
Yeah.
or something like that.
Overpaid.
But I mean,
Le'Veon.
as an old Steeler, it's like
Le'Veon.
I mean, I'll leave that alone.
But my point is that when you are a true fan of a team, there are very few players who could leave that team, and you'd be like, I'm still
Ben
his fan.
Roethlisberger leaves tomorrow. Fuck him.
That's what I'm saying. Because you are a Steelers fan. I'm a 49ers fan. I mean, this is how bad it is. I hated Richard Sherman. Hated him. I mean, hated. I don't hate a lot of people. I hate, well, there's a lot of people in football.
You
I
hate
do
us because you ain't us.
That's how LeBron is for me.
But when he came to 49ers, I'm like, great coach, great player, all-star, going to the Pro Bowl. He's the man, he's the myth, he's the legend. But you know what I'm saying?
Andy's an agent. He did his own contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his wife got him an extra $1 million.
That's the lady you need.
I'm telling
For
you.
real. Of course.
Everybody getting a little drink. Everybody getting a little drink here. But yeah, I mean, you know, and that's what bothers me is people be like, "Oh, I'm this fan. Well, I don't know if I like that team now that the player left." Well, then you never liked the team.
Right, you like to play.
Right. So people who follow LeBron from Cleveland to Miami to Cleveland to the Lakers, those aren't fans of basketball. They're fans of LeBron. And that's what you were saying, that there's
I'd
two
agree
different
with that.
people, right? There's LeBron fans and there's Laker
Lakers
fans.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
But when you talk football, it's hard to find a football fan that if they're on your fantasy team, you want them to do well.
If you
But
don't like
they're
the team they're on,
yeah.
you want them to lose.
You know,
Right. I hope he has a
Derrick
killer
Hen-
game than lose.
Derrick Henry's my favorite non-49er player, but once he's playing the Niners,
Hate him.
fuck him.
I want to get 2 touchdowns, 100 yards, and lose. Hope the stats are good. I hope this team sucks.
And they do. Poor Derrick
The
Henry.
Titans, ain't they to the division round
Yeah.
last year, didn't
They
they?
made it to the
Conference.
Oh, that's right.
championship.
Because they beat the Pats.
Oh yeah. Did they
They beat the Bills and then the Pats, I think.
did they play Kansas City
in this championship.
in the AFC champ? Yeah, they did.
They lost. Yeah.
And of course, because Kansas City won the Super Bowl. Man.
No, because the Titans beat the Ravens.
The Ravens,
Yeah.
the Patriots, and
Yeah,
them.
and then lost to the Chiefs.
And
But they
lost
were
to the
winning, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is that a team to reckon with? Who became their quarterback? Tannehill?
Yeah,
yeah, middle of the season. They gave him a big extension.
yeah.
Well, they probably should. I mean,
AJ
Mariota.
Brown.
I always liked him. I picked him in Madden all the time.
Yeah.
AJ
I
Brown.
mean, that's how I know you. If you're good in Madden, I think you're good in real life.
If I got to have you on my team in Madden, you must be all right.
I mean, even if I had you for 6 years and you're 99 on everything, that's how you better be in real life now. Very fair weather fan.
Yeah, I can't stand those. But you became a Lakers fan because of Kobe, though, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how you wound up in the Lakers world?
I think he became a Lakers fan because when I was into basketball, I was a 76ers fan. And then that's when the Lakers kept taking us to school.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right before,
So,
a year or two before the accident.
right.
And then the accident happened, and I got a PlayStation.
Then
And
we
I
got
was a
those-
49ers, and he was the Lakers.
So when you were in the hospital and the Lakers won the...
Sixers.
Wait, when you,
What do I keep saying?
You said you were the 49ers.
Wrong numbers.
and when you were in the hospital, the Lakers were in the NBA Finals, right? The year of the accident?
Against the 76ers,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I told you the Lakers were winning, and your stats went down.
Hey, AI finally beat Kobe, huh?
You did?
Don't even say
AI.
Oh.
I'll let it go.
AI wouldn't appreciate that joke.
Oh, I think
That
it
was
would.
that was a badass little dude too, man. Practice? We talking about practice? Come on. I miss those guys. And Charles Barkley with his I'm not a role model. You know, that type of shit. That's the kind of stuff we need back a little bit. A little machismo, man. People are gonna be like, you guys are just a bunch of dudes.
PC.
But it's true. I mean, we just need. I mean, I don't want to get here on a political rant real quick, but we
Let's
need
hear
more
what-
people like that just to be out there talking shit and going, well, if you can beat me, what old Belichick used to say, why'd you put 50 on us? Because you couldn't stop us. We're not pulling back the reins so you feel better in the morning.
I didn't want to hurt my defense.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? We need more of that in the world right now. I'm just telling you. I mean,
To laugh.
On to Cincinnati.
playoffs. But
Wasn't that a coach?
Mora,
Yeah, right.
mine was Mora for the Colts. Playoffs.
Yeah. We're talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Or at least thinking about the same
I think it was Mora. I'm pretty sure it was Mora.
I don't know who did it, but I
thing.
know
It
it
was-
was
I
a
feel like the Colts is the right team. They
Yeah.
Tony Dungy.
No. it
No,
wasn't Tony
what?
Dungy.
No. Watch Mora rant. I guarantee it was Mora. Practice.
Didn't this man tell you one time though you practice like you play, or you play like you practice?
True.
So if you ain't showing up in practice, you ain't showing up in games.
But his point is that he can
AI
literally-
was.
AI was about that though.
You know.
AI had a switch, and I'm not going to lie to you that, you know, he was all ha game. He was a different dude, but I think a lot of NBA dudes, a lot of pro athletes are that way. But he was also one of the very few that would go out there and just throw his body all over the goddamn court and not give a shit about nothing. And all he wanted to do was fucking win. Some of these little pansies today, they're like, "Oh, he fouled me! He fouled me!"
That was a whole
That's kind of why I've laid off on
02, 03 basketball, 01 basketball is a lot different than
2000
bubble basketball.
2000 basketball, way different than 2020 basketball. But so is society in general.
Fuck.
We're a bunch of pussies nowadays. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, they don't even like you fighting in hockey no more.
Yeah, I mean, that type of attitude that, you know, it would be like, because what he was doing was, in that time, he was just like, this is what y'all think of me? You can label me that because of one time, but today, that's what we do.
That's not what made that noise. Do we all hear that noise?
I don't hear nothing, bro.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh.
Anyways,
But
sorry to interrupt you.
I just think that, you know, we just got to get a little tougher. I mean, it's, you know,
Yeah, 8th place don't get a trophy if it's the last
Right.
place.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
that was that.
I throw my kids away.
Well,
No. You finished in the back third, boy. You ain't getting that cross-golden trophy.
Do you remember the only year you played in the Spark League? You went to that end of year tournament. There was 8 teams playing in this tournament. And out on the table there are 9 sets of trophies. And they had the 9th set in case any kid in the stand didn't feel like or felt like they deserved a trophy, even though they didn't play in the tournament, could have one.
Can I be honest with you real quick though? The academic stuff I went to, the competitions, there was only 3 trophies: first, second, and third.
Boom.
Fourth place and get shit. That's nerds, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't an athlete. I was an athlete. You know, I placed a couple different times at the pummels.
Well, you guys got that
And
first for small schools at one time in geometry.
Yeah.
I mean, and you did it in Parkview once too for Algebra 1, right?
Yeah, and then I was on the scholar little team and all that shit.
But they didn't hand out trophies to everybody. You didn't get a
Oh,
15th place ribbon.
Nerds are judged harder than the jocks anymore.
Yeah,
Absolutely. To be smart is a tough crowd. If you want to run up and down a court, you can have a trophy. I'm no good. That's fine. That's fine. Role player. I don't know. As parents, everybody here now is parents. We all deal with kids and all the stuff that you see. But me raising you was way easier than y'all raising yours. I'll tell you that right now. I'm just telling you that back in the day, you could be a disciplinarian. You can't be a disciplinarian. Well, you don't even believe in discipline as much as I do, though, do you?
I 100% believe in discipline.
Oh.
Yeah, our ladies just don't let us spank our kids as much as you spanked us.
I mean, like, spanking is like the last resort.
It's like the last thing, yeah.
You know, where yours was the first to.
Well,
But honestly, nowadays, taking the electronics from them
Kills
does
them.
100
Kills
times
them.
more than even spanking them.
Yeah.
If I say, hey, I'm taking your phone and Netflix away from you, and you're going to watch commercials, you're going to watch cable that I pay for, and you're going to watch commercials, that does like so much more than spanking them. And I don't try to double punish them either. I don't give them a spanking and then go sit in your room. I'll just go.
I used to do that, though.
Go sit in your room.
yeah, I used to do that. I would, and this
Then they're acting up in their room, not sitting on their bed like they're supposed to. Then maybe they get a spanking.
right.
Or I say, oh, well, now you got your stuff taken away. And then they're still acting up.
Right.
I got 80 acres. I got a lot of physical work I can go make my kids do.
And make them go to sleep.
Hey, you see that pile of dirt? I want it 5 feet over.
Well, and I know that I did that just because I just went right to that because first I didn't have anything to go on. I didn't have father, so everything was just make it up as I go. Second thing is that I always just wanted to make my point, and I didn't want to fight like today's kids. Scream, holler, shout at their parents, kick at them.
Not mine.
Fight back.
And they fight back, and you sit in 75 minutes, 120 minutes of argument with them before they never do what you want them to do, and that doesn't get it. That's why I don't teach in high school anymore. Just kids in general are just defiant because they know there's no recourse.
I feel like people stop treating kids like they're gonna grow up to be adults sometimes. You can't you can't talk to a 10-year-old the same way you talk to a 5-year-old. You can't talk to that 10-year-old the same way you talk to that 13-year-olds.
Right.
Brayden and I have to have different ways of going about it right now. I got 2 13-year-old boys.
Right.
He has 10-year-old, 7-year-old, 11.
On the 24th of Monday. I
Mea
guess.
culpa.
Yeah.
But and he has girls. So I mean,
Yeah.
all people are the same, but you got to treat people as individuals.
Well,
And
I fully believe, I agree 100% that when I had you 3 kids, you were different. You were different. Your sister was different. I mean, that's absolutely 100% true. Sometimes the rules had to apply to you and your sister more because age-wise.
3 months apart.
Yeah. But, well, we won't even talk about the rules that applied to Brandon as opposed to you and your sister.
Especially when y'all got out.
I'm not gonna say specific details because Brandon still might be able to sue you. So I don't know how far back the what's it called, the
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know how far back those could go. But he got treated better and maybe worse at the same time.
Thank you.
Like early on, it was a lot rougher.
Rough.
Later on, it was a lot easier. In my one eye, anyways.
Well, especially with when he turned 16, he was between his freshman and sophomore year. He had a lot more freedoms than y'all did.
And you guys were gone.
And we had the lake restaurant.
You know, a lot of that dinner money didn't go to dinner. You know that, right?
Lie to me, son.
Oh no, that's his job. He was the one lying to you, not me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
I didn't
when
say
you guys-
nothing at the time.
When you guys went to Vegas, yeah.
That was fun though, huh? Vegas.
Hey, man, it was
Vegas
fun
was
my
dope.
end too.
Hey, man.
No parents. For
Where did
what
you
was it, a
stay?
Did
week?
you watch Night Dogs?
Oh,
Did you watch Night Dogs?
no.
How old were you?
Did I put
I
my
was
dog?
17.
17.
I didn't go to football practice at all. I didn't do nothing. I was just chilling at home.
And that was such a long.
But I'm
week for
pretty
me.
sure. I don't know. For some reason, I had to keep going to your house.
For my dogs. No, for the sugar gliders you let die.
No.
And I'll never forgive you.
I don't
Even
know.
though that thing hated me, dude. It did
That
me
was
every
something
time.
else.
Was that just a different trip? Oh
Yeah.
no, that was the time the and Jen went to Florida.
Yeah.
You were basically living with me at that point, right?
Yeah. I was there every weekend, Friday night to Sunday evening. Then I went to school. Then I turned 18. I was like, fuck living there.
Damn. I'm sitting right here, bro. But none of you kids lived with me on your graduation day.
Yeah.
Well, none of you kids lived with me your graduation day. That's how I know I did a good job.
Some of those didn't even
Or,
graduate.
yeah, no, right. Or,
See,
Dude.
I might have to speak up. That might not have been heard.
All right. So you're right. You did not walk across the stage, but you had your GED before your suspension ended.
That's true. That's true.
I mean,
because
and
you're smart.
but they
Oh yeah, I didn't need Greenfield, Missouri
know.
to tell me I was smart.
Oh, duh. School doesn't make you fucking
and now
smart
now
anyways.
you
makes you obedient.
yeah, it does. And but
oh
also
yeah, I agree with that.
and
I give my kids more than
So
one
I'm
day
not-
off a year. See, I had 1 day a year. You get him 2. You get him one a semester.
One a semester. Yeah, you did.
I did.
Your junior year.
I only got 1.
Your junior year, I remember.
I think that's because I wanted to go party with you.
And then your senior year, you only went full time at school the first
I wouldn't
semester.
even call it full time. Oh yeah. The first
Second
semester,
one,
right.
all you did
I
was
went
go to
at-
OTC, and you never even came to Ash Grove.
That's when you started living with me.
No, that was when he was living
Before.
on Bluegrass. He was living on Bluegrass at the time.
No,
Living
I was
on your
living
own.
on Kerr.
Oh,
I
that was.
started it
But you moved to Bluegrass at some point.
after high school.
Yeah. But you were in that duplex or whatever it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's Kerr, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where fucking the truck I bought off Dad broke down.
Yeah.
Which truck did you buy off me?
The
The
red
only
one.
truck I bought
Oh,
off
the
him.
red one. You made money on that thing.
We broke even.
Not after I
Oh, you
fixed
broke.
it.
Oh, all right. I made good money on that truck. I bought it for $10,000. I drove it for 3 years, 2 years, 2 years.
I drove it more than you. I feel like.
Yeah, at the end there. And then you wrecked it. They gave me $5,500 in insurance money, and then I owed you $1,400, and so that was 60.
$3,700 or something.
Huh?
So I think you were up 30-something $100.
Well, I was only out $3,700, so about $150 a month for the truck.
And
My
let-
truck payment
let
right
me
now
tell you
$565.
This dramatic ass motherfucker. All that he had to do was get the fucking thing pulled, right? And I told him when I told him I wrecked it, oh, it's really not that bad, right? And his dramatic ass, you told me it wasn't that bad. And I'm like, it's not, bro. Look at this. If your brother and sister would have did it, they would have told me it was way worse. I'm like, it's not that bad. And he's like,
I'll go get the plunger.
he's like, well, and then, his dramatic ass. Yeah, he was so upset until he got that cash.
Until he turned a profit on
He's
that
like-
motherfucker.
Till
Fuck
that
it.
check
He
came.
never fixed it either, let me tell you.
Nope.
No, I know. In that truck, I was driving down the highway.
But at least my floorboards didn't rot out from the shit I put in the back seat, bro.
Neither did mine.
You carried a lot of shit in the back, and that was just a little dramatic. But
No,
All
the
this shit
fucking.
we-
I'm driving down the highway in this truck, and there's a car passing me, and they're like, "Look, like I can't hear the look down, look down." I'm I'm like looking in front of me, like there's gonna be a deer or something, like dead deer on the ground or something. Like, that shit up there, dude. And they're like, just look down. I was like, all right, whatever. So they're just like, fuck it, and left. So then somebody, a couple more cars passed. Don't say nothing because they don't give a shit. Another car passed. Like, look down. I'm like, fuck, I gotta pull over. You know the step thing to get into the truck? And motherfucker's on the ground hanging out. Sparks flying and everything, dude. And I didn't have no tools on me, so I had to kick
that thing off.
I had to kick on the deck because it was all roached out too.
Yeah, those.
And then then I got rid of that truck, but cop knocked on the door one day. And this after I already got into trouble. Anybody that knows us from back in the day, knows what happened. I ain't gonna get into it today. Cops knock on the door. I'm like, oh fuck, what'd I do this time? You Matthew Gravelin Jr.? I was like, I am. You're fucking my house.
You came to me, bro. You don't do that.
My
You don't
name's
do
in the
that.
mail. My name's on the deed. This is my house. You thought about selling this truck? I said, oh man, let me shut this door real quick. Let me walk away. What about this truck? Yada yada y'all. Lady want to buy it for a
All right, I
16-year-old.
guess our piss break's over. Boys and girls, here we are. Everybody got a fresh beer? Oh, wait, Brandon, you can't drink because you're on this dumbass diet shit, aren't you?
Sure am.
What are you doing here? What is that all about? Because you said something. You went to your daughter's birthday party, and you couldn't even eat fucking birthday cookie.
Well, it's a 75 hard challenge. You gotta follow.
I'm 47. Hard challenge is not in my...
I don't think they 75-year-olds are hard.
Without a boob pill, that's true.
No, but it's just a challenge, a mental toughness challenge that you have to stay on a diet with absolutely no cheating, no alcohol.
Ooh, I'm out. Out.
2 workouts a day for 45 minutes, 1 outside, rain, shine, anything like that. You got to drink a gallon of water, read 10 pages out of a nonfiction book.
Is that like a self-help?
Yeah, basically.
Could we get a Greg Gutfeld? No, just
I don't know
kidding.
what that is. But then you also got to post a progress pic.
Y'all know who Greg Gutfeld is? Queso.
He's just a comedian that got a gig on a news channel.
Maybe I do know.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't.
You don't know.
I don't.
Maybe I know his face.
You're CNN.
Have
You're
you-
a CNN type. We're Fox
I
News.
don't even watch
Have you
Notice,
ever
so
seen
don't call
a
me a
guy
CNN
on
guy.
news channel drinking out of a unicorn cup?
No.
Then
Then you don't know him.
If you don't know, because that's something you remember. If you don't know that, you don't ever seen that, you don't know Gutfeld.
Yeah, but so your 75-day challenge, and this is I find this interesting. I just do, because you modified your life completely. Like last night, you came over for family dinner, and you brought your own salmon and stunk my fucking house up.
Yeah,
Still stinky this morning.
No,
bad
that's the
about
reason
that.
you need to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Stinking another house up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't. I
Salmon.
didn't think about that part. You know.
I told him about that part after he did,
Doesn't,
though.
doesn't Dina hate fish?
Yes.
She was the one fine with it. She's like, "Oh, he could cook it here." I was like, honestly, I never even thought about it smelling this bad.
Well,
But in my
There'd be
defense,
sushi.
next time run it by me because you got her baffled because of your children now. You'd almost do anything for her now.
Yeah.
As long as you're there, you
It
can
was-
do anything in the
It
house.
was just 3:00, and she's like, Pauline was like, "You're not gonna be able to eat anything over there." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't say anything out." What thawed out the quickest? Little
bit
piece
of
of sand.
fish.
But what I didn't realize is that it was wild caught and it still had the skin on it.
Oh, you gotta grill.
it wasn't
you gotta
even
grill
salmon.
that
It wasn't salmon?
Yeah.
Oh.
salmon skin roll. Come on.
Oh,
now.
wild caught.
Yeah, wild caught.
I thought you
It's
said
a wild
wild cod.
cod.
I was like, aren't they all fucking wild? I mean, they're fish.
Oh, you
goddamn.
gotta cook that skin side down so it gets all crispy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Gordon Ramsay, bro.
The thing
Yeah.
I seen.
Watch
the
a
thing I
fucking
read-
cooking show,
the
bro.
thing I read said cook it on the the bottom, and then just peel. That thing will fall. Just came right off. I wasn't eating the skin.
You're supposed to eat the skin, I think.
Oh, fuck that.
No.
Fuck that.
No.
You're not thinking
But
of the wrong
crispy,
fish?
No, the crispy skin is like thin crust pizza type shit, I believe. Now, I'm no Gordon Ramsay, goddammit. I'm not a real good cook, and I don't eat a lot of goddamn salmon. But I think the whole idea is that it's a tough thing, and you can scrape the.
Fucking drunk over here.
I'm only on my second beer. I swear, people. Okay, third. But I think it's like a little, and then you can scrape it off of there. I think.
And I didn't.
But you do not eat the skin like it's a freaking
Piece of
Are
shit.
you sure?
Yeah, it's
Even chicken nowadays.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong fish then.
I don't think it's any.
It's not a pork rind. Come on.
Oh, you for sure
You
fry
don't
some
eat-
fish. Not
No,
fry it, but
no.
saute it. Or not.
No, you don't
Skillet.
eat fucking fish skin, bro.
Yes, you fucking do.
Okay, you do.
Bullshit.
No,
This
I don't. I'm
motherfucker
saying they
does.
cook it like that.
And
What?
Look at me. I'm
fish
a
skin?
fat boy. I watch a lot of cooking shows. I'm rocking over here. I'm sorry.
What fish skin can you eat? Salmon. Oh, fuck off.
The
First fucking one.
Well, I'm still a little grossed out.
Damn.
You know.
Number one.
So I'm still not eating the skin. I don't care if you know.
That's funny that
Yeah, that's
it is the
good, you know.
exact.
Piss off.
I think he says fuck off. I think is what he says.
You calmed it down for TV. It's piss off.
Oh.
I got tired of playing the
you're
guy
going-
that puts the bleeps in. Beep, beep, beep. Sound like Morse code.
Is he talking to the Germans?
That's why I like him.
Yes, chef.
I don't know.
Put this bread by your ears. Now, what are you? An idiot sandwich.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
So anyway, back to this little fucking thing that you're doing. 75 days. How many days are you in?
10. This is my
Whoo, some bitch. 10 days.
13% there.
But you do read the book, the 10
Yep.
pages a day,
Of course.
which everybody who knows us knows I find that a waste of time, because if it's real good, they'll make a movie or a
Well, That's why
podcast.
it's a non-fiction
They even made a movie of the Bible.
entrepreneur book.
Oh, nonfiction entrepreneur
Well,
book.
it doesn't. I don't think it has to be an entrepreneur.
Is that
book.
what
You
you're
need to
reading?
read-
On his own podcast, he was
Need to read Zuby.
Andy. I forgot his last name.
Oh, Zuby.
He owns.
You know what's on
I,
that?
I like Zuby.
He owns
Ben Shapiro.
Supplement Superstore.
Rapper.
Oh, Supplement Superstore guy.
Yeah,
Is
so-
that where you got this?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's actually Sawyer was the one who told me about it, and he was like, "I'm thinking about it," and then I said, "Are you going to do it?" And he said, "No." And I was like, "Oh, I have my mind up on doing it. I guess I got to do it." Went and bought all the shit, so all the food and everything.
all from the Supplement Superstore?
No,
Oh, I thought this was a thing.
That's who we should have called out all that shit we don't know how to use. The rock and roll guy. Hey, do you know
Is
any
he
of
the
this
sound
works,
guy, though?
dude?
I'm sure he knows a
Oh,
little
I'm
bit.
sure they all know more
I
than
know
we
he
do.
knows. I was about to say, I know he knows more than me do.
How does this
If any-
podcast sound, people? Because not we, Little Matt over there. No, don't call him that. He hates that. I try not to call him that.
No, my kids can't call me that. I don't care about anybody else.
Oh. Anyway, he's
Look here, little man. Like, look, motherfucker. You are not
big
old.
do you,
You
motherfucker?
are not old enough to call me little man.
Give me that phone. You're gonna watch cable.
You got 3G now, bro. No more LTE.
And then, so after 10 days, how do you feel about this challenge? Where is your head? Because it's a mental challenge, is what you said. Giving up drinking is not really hard for you.
Yeah.
I think you should have gave up weed. I'm not going to lie. That would have been a fucking mental challenge in your book. 75 days, no weed. Tell me that ain't going to fucking be bad. It would have
For
been.
my
That's
family, yeah, they're not gonna like me.
And that is a fair concession, because for your family, you wouldn't. That's the same reason I couldn't do it when you explained it to me the first time. I was like, ain't no way I can give up alcohol for 75 days. Because of you, though, I have not drank. We went camping this past weekend. I came home Sunday morning. I didn't have beer Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. And I figure if I cut my beer down to 2 days a week for 75 days, a.k.a. about 11 weeks, I think it's the same win for me.
Yeah, I think Sunday was definitely the hardest day so far.
Why?
I've been pretty.
Yeah, why?
I've been pretty good. My mind's pretty good about it. Because we went camping. I was out in the sun a lot. Didn't sleep much.
So you're
Sun
didn't-
just drained you. Your
didn't-
body's looking for
and you were
calories.
swimming, and you were swimming, which takes
Yeah,
sun
that's part
and
of
water
that's
just
part of the
drains.
I was in the water for 30 minutes the other day.
Yeah.
And my watch said I'd burn 500 calories.
Yeah.
You can imagine what you did if you were in.
swimming back and forth for 4 minutes.
Because you swam across it. It's got to be anywhere from a quarter to 3/8 of a mile across that thing, and then when you swim back.
This guy's not part of the triathlon.
Yeah, I
though.
know,
He
right?
don't know what's up.
That what?
Bitch, I did the Mutton Creek triathlon. I came in
I did.
first place, motherfuckers, for my demographic, and that is 40-something-year-old
When you're
male
the only
teachers.
guy that does it, it don't count.
40-year-old male teachers. 40-something.
Yeah, nobody else did it.
40 to 49-year-old male teachers.
Nobody
You're
else
right.
did
I
it.
was the only one in my fucking class, bro. Won
Yeah,
it.
I was the only I was first and third guys that did our fucking podcast. No, I was still a second, wasn't I?
Triathlon, not podcast, bro.
Hey,
Yeah, I was
hey.
burnt too, and I got third in my division. Did you
Which
really?
was 20-something-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
Against guys that had the
20
right
to
bike.
24.
What is that? What is that? A year ago now?
And guess what? I would have.
Yeah,
I would
it was
have
last July.
competed with them if I would have had the right bike.
Like if you had my bike and I had yours,
Yeah.
you would have toasted them.
Yeah, I don't
You-
know about toasted them.
But you'd have been up
Because
closer to one
What I really
than closer to four.
What I really
Yeah, his weak part
struggled
was
on-
the bike. Yeah.
No, it was running.
I walked the whole 5K.
They beat me. I want to say by like 15 minutes on the bike part, maybe a little more. But really, it was the 5K that they fucking killed, and it took me a pretty long time.
Oh, were you a distant third?
What?
Were you a distant third?
No, I mean like
5-10 minutes, right?
What,
Yeah.
what was the difference between first and third then? Ish. You don't.
I
have to-
honestly don't remember. I just know I did it in 1 hour and 44 minutes.
So what was
And
that?
I swam.
That was a
I did the
500-meter
swimming
win.
in 11 minutes.
It was a half mile
It was
swim,
about
12-mile
40
bike,
500
45-minute
5K.
So-
bike, and then the rest running.
So was it a 500-meter swim, a
half mile.
half mile,
Half mile swim.
quarter mile out, quarter mile back?
It was like a
It was
like a
a U.
horseshoe.
Gotcha. And then
Enter here.
what was it? 12-mile bike,
12-mile bike, 5K.
5K, 3.1 miles, hour 44 minutes. Yeah,
I had the right
I
bike.
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it in that.
144.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
And I want to
I'd
thank
44.
the lady that fucking just pushed me the last probably like quarter mile of the run. I was sitting there walking, she was walking, and then she's like, "Man, you just gotta finish it. Just go, just run, just go.
Just gotta
Come
do
on."
it.
She started running. I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I started running with her, and she fucking.
Man, I was doing my 5K, right? Like, they pulled me out of the swim because I was like, I stopped to tread water to, like, catch my breath. And they're like, dude, it's like third time you did it, we're pulling you out. I said, well, I already paid all this money. Like, let me finish it. They're like, yeah, you're just not going to place.
Did you get a trophy?
No, they gave me a medal, but I threw that some bitch away. I
everyone-
didn't earn it. I didn't earn it.
Good.
I didn't finish.
Good.
That was just like the rugged mania. Like,
But I did that 12 mile.
we
I
did
did the
the
12 mile
rugged
bike in like a half hour.
Yeah.
I killed the
Well,
bike
you
because
were
I
killing
was
bike on
I
the
was killing
training.
bike the whole time. Yeah,
Because we did that whole thing for a year
It was
year
couple
prior.
months, yeah.
Well, no, it was August, so not quite a year. But I mean, I'm just rounding. Jesus, I'm the math guy. Let me fucking round. But it was about a month.
I'm the fat guy around.
You are round, but
Potato at the top.
we were doing that steps, running, biking, and all that, and you were killing it. You'd ride to town and back. And if anybody doesn't know, he lives 20 minutes from fucking in a car. 20 minutes from
Marshfield
town.
Yeah, well, they sells liquor. Yeah,
Yeah, the place that sells liquor. Well, no, you're.
it closes at 8:00.
Oh, okay.
I don't sell liquor.
But your
Sells
Dollar
beer.
General out there, 8
That
minutes
sells
from your
beer.
house.
Beer and wine.
Yeah. Oh, you said liquor. You
But-
were right. You were right.
But
You're right.
fucking, I'm doing the 5K. Like, I'm trotting for 10, 20 yards. Then I'm walking. Then I'm trotting. Then I'm walking. And this lady pushing. I don't know, some kid in it wasn't a wheelchair, but
Stroller.
you could obviously tell he used a wheelchair. It was better than a stroller.
Oh, okay.
But you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And that lady was doing the same thing. Come on, sweetie. Let's go. Come on. I was like, well, I know she's not talking to him. He ain't doing shit.
Wait, is that okay for you to mock someone in a wheelchair? Because
I've been in a wheelchair.
okay,
And most people probably think that you're.
Yeah, that's why I got pulled out of the water because I was cool. I was just treading. Like, all right, fuck it, I'm catching my breath.
but
Bro,
I could
because when everybody was going, I was
Waves.
getting hit.
yeah.
And I was just sucking it all in. So I was like, oh, fuck. I mean, I don't care if it costs me some time. I'm gonna
Tread it.
get it.
I was going.
And I got like, it was more than a third, but it was less than half.
Ah.
You know what I mean? 2 fifths,
Okay.
give or take. And I was
0.4,
treading
yeah.
water for the second time.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, listen, man, I'm only gonna have to do it 3 more times. So they pulled me out. And I was like, I thought like, all that time's gonna be real good now. That lady was slower than me swimming, pulling me in. Shit, let me kick it. Let me get us going.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our first podcast. This is just Matt Gravelin, Brandon Gravelin. That's why it's called the Unravelin Gravelins. We just talk about anything we really care to talk about, and we don't care if you like it or not, but this is what we talk about. Otherwise,
I think if you're a dad with a good relationship with your sons, you'll get most of what we're talking about. If you don't,
bingo.
you're not. Unfortunately, you're not our viewership. You're not in our
Yeah.
wheelbase. You're not. If you're not into,
If you're a
if
single,
you're not into sports, you're not
But
into
if you
politics.
call your son babe, you're not gonna like us.
yeah,
Yeah, so
that's-
mom, don't watch this.
Yeah.
Mom, don't watch this.
I've never called them babe, but I've called them asshole more than you want to know, and when they were very little.
Yeah, I've been called a lot. No more than by this man over here.
And I've said, listen up, motherfucker, and they were 6. I'm not gonna lie. But all we do is we just come every week. We like to hang out. We like to chit chat. We like to have a couple beers. As soon as this dude's crazy Iron Man, no,
75 hard.
75
Hard.
challenge is over, he'll probably be drinking a Crown and Coke, or Crown and Diet Coke,
Fuck the diet shit.
or maybe a Crown and Coke Zero.
diet
Fuck,
stuff
we don't
be
know.
brain
Maybe
cancer.
just Crown.
Maybe straight Crown.
Straight shots of Crown.
Neat or on the rocks. I don't know. But that's just kind of who we
Ice
are. This is
too
what we
watery
do.
around here.
And we're going to do this next Wednesday, and we're going to put it out. And hopefully we get more than 3 viewers.